from the FedEx Forum. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, checking out Michael Conley. What can we see here, you think?
You know, we've seen a lot of change in terms of what Mike Conley can do each year on the floor. He started out, didn't really have much of a jump shot, really improved in that area. Now he's playing with so much confidence that no matter what the circumstance during the game, he believes he can get the job done.
And one of the biggest ways he's made contributions to his team is by taking the ball away from the opponents. I mean, he's excellent with anticipation and quickness and tenacity, particularly at the point of attack.
For the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against the Indiana Pacers.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And you look at Ed Davis out of North Carolina, we know he can be a factor with his defense and his rebounding. I think the question with Davis is, can he be good enough offensively? Will he be able to provide scoring inside?
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got his first points of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
But going back to Ed Davis, he just started playing consistent minutes, Clark, with the Raptors when the trade occurred, moving him to Memphis.
Yeah, when you talk about his offensive development, Kevin, playing alongside, other skilled front court players that they've got there, I think he can get better and improve. And really, it's a nice fit. Their ball and skill and his length and shot blocking, that could be a nice combo. Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played, inside. I mean, if you can go over the top like that, you've got a great advantage. Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Rubio gets a screen from Pekovic, and Rubio kicks to Martin. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Not really the start they wanted. They missed 3 of their first 4 shots from the field.
Conley with it, guarded now by Rubio. Conley into the lane. And good on the basket. Book it. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. You can see it's really hurting him.
You sure can, Steve. I mean, it's difficult to say exactly how serious it is, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Minnesota. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Allen against Martin. Allen drives in. Rejected by Pekovic. Allen, that's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
No, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
You know, the talk around the Grizzlies about moving has been around for a while, but a new ownership group came in and put that to rest, and one of the first things they did after buying the team was say, hey, the Grizzlies are here for at least 15 years.
Pekovic, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
They've had a cold start so far, just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach of the Grizzlies. They've had a tough time against this team, losing both of their games against them this season. He said they're really tough to deal with because of their intelligence and execution offensively. You've got to play mistake-free basketball to get the upper hand, and so far we haven't been able to do that. Guys, let's see if tonight's any different.
All right, Doris, thank you. I think the message coach has delivered is well-focused, guys.
Well, obviously, he's got a very clear idea of what they need to do defensively. Got to close out on those shooters, take away their airspace, but it's easier said than done.
And guys, I can't overstate the importance of communication here. Guys have to be talking, helping each other out, making sure they know where the shooters are, ready to switch, and then get up in their face and challenge those shots.
And it's Love missing. And as a fan of the Grizzlies and as a fan of the NBA, you like hearing that the Grizzlies being tagged to stay in Memphis for another decade and a half, Steve. That's good news for everybody.
Yeah, it is. This is a great city, a fan base that really supports its team, and the Grizzlies have turned into an excellent franchise. So let's hope that there's another couple of successful decades at least here in Memphis for the Grizzlies.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to Phoenix.
You know, you shoot the ball as poorly as they did that night, you're not going to win many games.
Well, Steve, it's not just difficult to win a game with low shooting percentages like theirs. It's nearly impossible.
Now here's Love. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix. Shot clock at 3. From the wing. Another miss by Love.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
It's Allen with the drive. Back to Conley. Conley left side. Rejected by Martin. And here's Barea. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. If you put one of these guys on the stripe, boy, you better just chalk up the points. These are the top free throw shooters since the All-Star break. Second is Kevin Martin.
Now you can see how comfortable he is at the free throw line, particularly since the break.
Conley with it, guarded by Barea, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, let's see the stat sheet here on Ed Davis. His last 10 games, 17th in blocks. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league, so a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And you called attention to his blocks per game average, Steve, and you're right on top of it. He's had a lot of success really protecting the rim and disrupting things on the inside.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in and slammed dunk by Allen.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Williams dishes to Muhammad. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Muhammad's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. John Lure, he's checked in for Davis. Miller comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Tony Allen. Doubled by Dang. Lure the pass to Koufos. Outside Conley. Kicks it to Lure. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Conley penetrating. Koufos laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Koufos has got his first 2 points of the night.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Barea kicks to Zhang.
Gorgui Dieng, the Big East Defensive Player of the Year, anchored the #1 defense in the nation last year at Louisville. 6'11", has a 9'3" standing reach, really good instincts as a shot blocker. And I'll tell you what, he's a better passer and offensive player than a lot of people give him credit for.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here is Bayless, covered by Brewer. Here's Koufos, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Fires for 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And Zhang, a native of Senegal, the MVP of the 2009 Basketball Without Borders camp in South Africa. We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, Without Borders doing a much better job of finding, developing talent in Africa, Kevin. And he's not just a defender, folks. This kid is really pretty good offensively. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people with his production.
Here is Bayless, following the basket by Derek Williams. Bayless dishes to Koufos. Brewer with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Muhammad's got it. Shot misses. Excellent D there from Pondexter. Here's Miller. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That is his first foul of the game.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Tony Turioff, he's checked in for Zhang. Budinger comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Alexei Shved in for J.J. Barea. And here's Miller after the three-pointer from Shved. Bayless the pass to Miller. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
Well, true. The defenders shouldn't relax just because he missed that one. He's capable of getting hot in a hurry.
Now here's Muhammad. Last game he had 10 points. On the wing, Williams, defended by Lure. And Williams, here we go. That is good. Now just a 5-point Grizzly lead. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Timberwolves. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Memphis. They're much further down in the standings right now.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
And Rubio kicks to Williams, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark, a pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here is Bayless. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Indiana. Here's Koufos. Shot to end this cold run. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Franklin's checked in for Mike Miller.
Koufos is an interesting player. Pretty good motor, pretty good skill for a big man. And so what he does is he'll step outside and make a shot. He can score on the inside by fighting for position. A nice young player.
Part of that is his quick hands. He just knows when to jump up and reach in with his hands to catch a defensive rebounder off guard and tip the ball back towards the rim. Shot's good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew. Oh, he got it! Boom! Punch it, knock it down! Right at the horn.